Michael Cohen set to take the stand once again on Monday as we head into the home stretch of Trump's New York trial. This follows an eye-opening week of testimony in court where Trump's defense team pressed Cohen on his history of lying under oath, which our next guest says is more than enough to shred the former fixer's credibility. Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett joins us now. Greg, thanks for being here. I want to start quickly with a text that was shared with Cohen by the defense, which pointed out that this phone call Cohen said he had with Trump discussing the payment was actually about something else. So Michael Cohen had texted the bodyguard for Donald Trump, "Who can I speak to about harassing calls to my cell and office?" And Keith Scheller said, "Call me." When Cohen was confronted with that reality, he didn't really know what to say, which is devastating for the prosecution's case.
Yeah, he stumbled, fumbled, and mumbled. Apparently, there was shock on the faces of the jurors. It was shown that he lied to the jurors in the courtroom about a critical conversation he swore he had with Donald Trump, payments to Stormy Daniels. The phone data and the text, for example, that you just showed proved it never happened. It was a classic gotcha moment. The call was logged at slightly over a minute long. Text show he wasn't talking to Donald Trump. He was talking to Schiller, his aide, and telling him to sic the Secret Service on a little kid who's, 14 years old. I mean, it was devastating to Bragg's case. It invites the standard jury instruction that says if you find that a witness has lied to you about one thing, you may disregard all of that witness's testimony. The judge, I think, now has to give the instruction, and without Cohen, there is no case against Donald Trump. Nobody else ties him to any of the bogus crimes alleged in the indictment.
So, Greg, I guess that begs the strategic question of whether or not defense brings their own witnesses. And I'll pull up one more exchange that happened this week, which was Trump's attorney, Blanche, with Cohen. And he asked Cohen, "Do you remember telling him that you had nothing to do with President Trump and Cohen and could not cooperate?" Cohen said, "No, sir." He's talking about Bob Costello. Bob Costello is a confidant of Donald Trump, who claims that Cohen told him he knew nothing about it. So do you think Trump's defense should bring an additional witness to tie this up, or do you leave it where it is?
I'd leave it. Costello was, for a time, Cohen's attorney. The attorney-client privilege has been waived by Cohen, which is stupid, but that's Cohen. Costello has the ability to annihilate the credibility of his former client. But look, I learned a long time ago in my first case, when you're witting, sit down, shut up, don't call any more witnesses, because you never know on cross-examination where that witness might get annihilated on cross-examination. So I frankly wouldn't do it.
Interesting. Real quick, that's what you think. What do you think the Trump team will do? Do you have any indication that this will extend into a longer defense?
Look, I have no indication, but it's a very skilled defense team. I think they would agree with me. Don't do more than you have to, because you might regret it. So I doubt they'll call Costello, but who knows? I have no inside information.
Quit while you're ahead. Gregg Jarrett, you've been helping us break this case down the whole time. Appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.